I did have a very early meeting before anything happened with Nick. Creatively, it was very specific. In other words, I wanted to get something more of the elongation. When you look at the drawings, his hair is not bright green, you almost see it as a lighting effect. You're at the beginning, everything's always brand new at a movie, and Tim was feeling that this would come through the lighting, that it wasn't too bright, too green, more of a Clarabelle than a Joker, And I said, Tim, look, I don't agree with that. You don't want that level of clowning. Don't worry, I'll try to be humorous. He is the Joker and funny. And we did the test on the wig, and immediately he saw too bright. Changed the wig, much less green area, much less fright wig element, more, This was also very revolutionary at the time. The chemistry of it was very specific, and they were very inclined toward the creative result of it. And we had a lot of talks. One of the ironies of my life is I'm allergic to spirit gum, the basic unit of movie makeup.
I did one life cast as you would normally, with his face just relaxed in a normal position, and one cast where I asked him to pull the most extreme grin that he could pull, which was quite extreme. Moulded these various items, produced casts of him smiling and not smiling that I could then sculpt on. So I then went back and started trying to sculpt a smile that was always there, but needed him to smile behind it to take it to the full extent. And then sort of stood back from them, painted them, and sort of looked at them and thought, well, what do I think? At what point in this row of faces do I lose Nicholson? Because anything beyond that point where I lose him, I should just dismiss now. Because if you're doing a prosthetic makeup, you're gluing bits on somebody's face. And wherever you glue those bits, you are camouflaging the performer. He's got to sell through it.
He had to have makeup on and take it off and get down to a second layer of makeup. This is a scientific problem.